everyone. Welcome here on Bluegrass Sports Nation, back to Memorial Gym. And what promises to be a great one here tonight, Rob Houndshell. It's Brendan Miller along with Rob Houndshell. Got Ty back on production. Tony Houndshell up on the camera. Of course, if you're not a Millerbacker Houndshell, you can't work for BSN, can you, Rob?
That's true, I believe. Seems that way, don't it?
We're here, but we've been waiting on this one, folks. Since the draw came out, we would know this Hazard and Breathitt matchup was going to take place, you know, if they made it past a good Lee County team.
Yeah, that's big. That's a big factor in this game.
Hey, Breathitt, defending 14th Region All-A champs, went to the All-A state final last year. This is going to be a huge test for the Bobcats here tonight. Not having the season we thought they would, you know, and Hazard always steady under Al Holland. Al got his 700th win last week, got his 701st last week, and you know, just a total contrast here from the upheaval that Breathitt's had. Of course, our thoughts as always. Ms. King, Kay King here right behind us, and always appreciate her and Michelle Sandlin and the entire King family. Of course, BB passing away this year. That has kind of thrown the Breathitt program into a place that it didn't think it would be. Yeah. And now Coach Kyle Moore has stepped in to try to right things and get them back on track. So we'll see how, with a week now, he jumped in with a couple of days of work only before the Prairie Central game that they lost on a buzzer beater by Trenton Woods there at the Coliseum. We'll see what's changed between then and now for the Bobcats.
Well, you know, we've you and I have watched Coach Kyle Moore go to work with his back to the end zone many times.
That's right.
But tonight, the obstacles mount, as you said it. Al Holland, the Bulldogs, 12-2 at home here in Memorial Gymnasium. Folks, does it get any better? Bobcats come to town, All-A Classic, first game for the Bobcats, and as you made mention, Kyle Moore with the task at hand. We'll see how things shake out here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. I'm excited. I can't wait to get this one going, and just going to be a great night. We'll be right back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We've got a few more commercials to play, and we'll be back with you here on BSN.
Daniel Boone once said, "Heaven must be a Kentucky kind of place." We think he must have been talking about Wolfe County. When some places button up for the winter, Wolfe County, Kentucky is putting out the welcome mat. Our miles of hiking trails greet you whether you're wearing running shoes or hiking boots. If you'd rather go vertical, our climbing options challenge visitors from all over the world, even ice climbing when the conditions are right. Without the lush canopy of summer, you can see for miles across our beautiful Appalachian hills to our natural arches, rivers, and lakes. Legend has it there's treasure buried in Wolfe County. We can't swear there's buried treasure, but we can promise when you visit Wolfe County, you'll discover our true treasures are the people who call this part of Kentucky home. Warmer, more welcoming folks you won't find anywhere else. You may arrive as our guest, but you'll leave as part of our family. There will always be a place for you at our table and tasty homemade food on your plate. Wolfe County has many gorgeous cabins, country inns, and Airbnbs waiting for you to rent. After a full day of adventure, you can sit by a relaxing fire or take a dip in a hot tub. Take a little bit of our unbridled spirit home with you. Our artisans have been featured at museums around the country, but they get their inspiration for their craft from right here at home. Come and see for yourself why Wolfe County, Kentucky is a little bit of home and a lot of adventure.
Variety Pizza. Family owned and operated, serving the community with homemade and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more for over 45 years. Located at 1189 Main Street, Jackson, Kentucky. Available for dine-in and carry-out, with private party spaces available. Stop by and visit us or call 606-666-5454.
Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson has been locally owned and operated since 1962. We offer several products that help make banking convenient. Ticketless deposits at our ATMs, online banking, our CBTJ mobile banking app, and compatibility with mobile wallet. Give us a call at 606-666-7575 or visit us on the web at citizensbankjackson.bank. to see how we can help you. Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson is always searching for ways to serve you better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Everyone here at SEC Auto Sales wants to wish the Breathitt County Bobcats a safe and successful season. We are located at 650 Highway 15 South in Jackson, Kentucky. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, please call one of our knowledgeable salespersons at 606-272-6888 or visit us online at secautosales.com. Check out our inventory, take a test drive, find your dream car at SEC Auto Sales.
All right, folks, welcome back. Ready for action here, ready for our starting lineups here between the Bobcats and the Bulldogs. Just saw Coach Kyle Moore coming through here. Hey, guys, do it to it, dudes. All right. The officials we've got here tonight, Brian Napper, Jim Trent, and also Dale Kong going to call this one. Good crew. Got a good one going here tonight. We appreciate these guys and ready to bring us some good action here between these two.
Makes you feel important down here on the floor on press row, if you will.
Impotent.
And all the referees and everybody coming by and giving you fist pumps. Yeah. Been ready for some starting lineups here from Memorial Gymnasium.
Good setting here, folks. I'll tell you what, if you've never watched a game here, you never watched a game in the Coliseum, you need to come to Eastern Kentucky and experience this because just great settings. We really love the way they redid the floor here in Memorial a couple years ago. Andrew Combs at one guard for the Bobcats at 6'9" a game. Senior.
Used to be my favorite sixth man. Now he's my favorite fifth man.
Luke Combs, all-time leader in three-pointers now at Breathitt County High School, 9.2 a game.
Cool hand Luke, big part of this.
Big man in the middle, Bryce Hoskins, just signed to play football at U Pike. Bryce sticking in 9-1 a game.
Number 0, Christian.
Big man.
6'7" senior Christian Collins, 15-8 a game, 8-7 rebounds.
Austin Sperry.
Heard of this guy before, too.
Oh, yeah. Austin, 19-7 a game, 5.8 rebounds. Coach Kyle Moore in game number 2.
Looking for win number 1.
And
Now for the Hazard Bulldogs. As they will come onto the court. Starting lineup.
Senior, number 20.
Number 20.
Johnson.
Max Johnson.
Do it all, Max Johnson, Courier Journal, first team All-Stater on the gridiron.
Gotta love that guy.
Senior,
Put on a show against us. Jamal Hazel.
Jamel Hazel.
15-3 a game, 5-9 on the boards for Jamel. Never sold. 10-4 a game, 5-2 on the boards for the Dogs.
6'2"
Freshman.
Maybe a freshman in the book, but not on the court because Seth played all year last year as an 8th grader for this team.
Seth Cottle done a great job.
There's Landon Smith, senior. Of course, we know Landon from the football field as well, signed to play at Eastern Kentucky. 12-3 a game, 6'2 on the boards. Landon has really brought a lot to Coach Al Holland's team this year, coming over from Connaught Central.
Well, I look forward to this one. I think this is the first chance I've got to really call a Bulldog game. Interested to I've been to some JV games, of course, watching, and I can't wait to see this varsity club get after it. We'll see what happens.
Tell you what, folks, I want to give a shout out to Coach Shorty Combs for throwing us a little comment here, a little sunshine from Shorty. Just BSN's really good at what they do. We appreciate you very much, Shorty, and everything you do for the kids.
He's been in a good mood lately. I think he got what he wanted for Christmas.
Here we go.
Collins with a tip, knocks it back to cool hand Luke Bellamy.
And in the words of Bill Raftery, the Bulldogs go.
Combs over on the left corner, gets it to Hoskins underneath, working against Smith, bumping and banging, knocks it to Collins, knocks loose. Here come the Bulldogs running. Johnson under the basket, kicks it back up off the backboard, was ever so. And he's back up is Landon Smith with the putback.
Landon starts out with the strong offensive board and putback. Bobcats don't hit the boards. They're going to have some troubles tonight here from this Bulldog team because they are going to D them up.
Oh, yeah, Bellamy going to work now over to Combs on the right corner. Looking inside, back out top key. To Sperry. Sperry drives, going in the lane, taken away. Knocked loose by Everso. Johnson comes up with it. Now to Hazel in off the backboard. That'll make it 4-0 with a minute gone here in the first quarter. Bellamy working against the young man here for the Dogs, if you will, Cottle. Inside to Collins. Nice little assist, and Collins with the shot off the backboard. Good, 4-2 now.
Well done by Lukey Bellamy that time. Cool hand, Luke. Not shooting, but dishing.
Johnson. Now over to Eversole, looking inside. Dumps it off to Smith in the corner. Looks back. Content to get it to Eversole. Back out to Smith now. Smith will dump it to Johnson, back top of the key. Looks over to Coach Al Holland for direction. Over to the right side now to Hazel. Back over to Eversole. Out of Johnson. Johnson going to drive the lane with a little layup off the rim. Hoskins there for the rebound. Good.
Don't see Max miss many of those.
Long pass down the court for Collins. Almost overthrows Sperry back out top of the key, but he handles it. Goes lane. Off the backboard. No good. Max Johnson with a powerful rebound. Brings it down for the Dogs. He'll stop. Put up the floater from the free throw line. No good. Smith with the rebound. Waits on Combs to clear out.
Smith going to war on the boards. That's 2 offensive gets and putbacks for him already.
There's the D from the Dogs. Here comes Luke Bellamy walking across middle court. Working against Cottle. 6-2 now, 5:30 in the first. Bellamy working off the pick. Goes in the lane, dishes in the corner to Hoskins. Not the man they wanted to shoot the trade. Dishes inside to Collins. Collins goes up.
Oh, just dances off.
Can't get the shot to fall, but he'll draw the foul.
It'll be on Landon Smith. That's his first.
Foul charged to Pizza along with their famous hoagies. First shot for Collins rolls off. Citizens Bank of Trust of Jackson celebrating 60 years, serving the financial needs of Breathitt County. Check out the free CBTJ mobile app. Second shot by Collins rattles home.
Collins shoots it at 47% and right with his percentage, 1 for 2 on that trip to the line.
Eversole to Johnson, now to Hazel. Hazel out on the right wing. Collins in front of him, works around the pick, now dishes to Cottle. Cottle top of the key over to Smith. Smith. Johnson will stop from the free throw line, put up the jumper. Great shot by Max Johnson. 8-3. Bulldogs with the lead. Bellamy. Cross midcourt over on the right wing, looking for the pick. Gets the pick from Hoskins, puts up the 3 of his own. No good, but for Luke Bellamy on his first tray. Johnson down the court. Over in the corner. Cottle in the lane. He'll bring it back out. Get it to Eversole. He'll stop, put up the jump shot. Good. Nothing but net. 2-point play, and Coach Moore wants a timeout. Just 10-3. Bulldogs with the lead. 4:30 to go.
Going to be a 30.
We'll take a timeout here on Bluegrass Sports Nation, and we'll be right back.
Same old cell phone? Want a new phone, but really don't want to pay the hundreds of dollars up front for it? Appalachian Wireless has a deal for you. Get the phone you actually want instead of settling for a cheaper phone with the Appalachian Advantage plan. Instead of paying $600 or more for the best phone, simply pay the taxes up front and then a few bucks a month more on your monthly bill. Stop by your local Appalachian Wireless store or dealer today for more information. It's the better, simpler way to pay. And it's called the Appalachian Advantage because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
We are back from Hazard, Kentucky. Memorial Gymnasium, the home of this matchup between the Bobcats and the Bulldogs. Austin Sperry to inbound it.
Update from Campton. It is 34-30, Wolf over Leslie at halftime.
Bellamy working against Cottle midcourt. Brings it up for the Cats. Looking for an opening, directing traffic. Looking inside now over on the left wing. Goes Sperry to Combs. Combs back out to Collins, top of the key. Collins will get it to Hoskins. Hoskins looks inside. Dribbles, puts down the shot. Now he'll give it to Collins for 3, way out, and the shot no good. And it'll fall out of bounds.
Don't know if that's in the offense, but it's interesting what Coach Moore's doing right now. It's kind of inverted here. He's got Sperry on the post, guarded by Max Johnson.
Yep. Hazel will go to work for the Bulldogs against Collins off the pick. Dribbles. Now back out top of the key to Cottle, to Smith, to Johnson. Johnson waits on Combs, puts up the shot, and it's good. Max Johnson
Man, Max Johnson just keeps doing it whatever field he's on, whether it's baseball, football, or basketball.
All-around athlete is Max Johnson. Bellamy up for the catch now to Sperry. Over in the corner to Combs, working against Hazel. Combs. Hazel all over him now. Gets it taken away by Eversole. Pass intended for Collins. Eversole will take it to the basket and put it in. 14-3 now. Dogs up.
And the Bobcats continue their MO of getting down early in games. Have trouble scoring the basketball at times, and that's really
Bellamy goes to work in the lane. Puts up his floater in the lane, gets it to roll. And that basket will fall for Luke. Makes it 14-5. 2:51 to go here in the first quarter. Johnson across midcourt for the Dogs. Got to set up the offense now to Eversole on the right wing. In the corner to Hazel. Hazel back out top of the key to Johnson. To Cottle. To Eversole. Great ball movement by the Dogs. Hoskins sets up shop. Smith can't get around him. Ball goes down to Sperry, and he goes up under the basket.
Sperry slipped.
And that'll be a turnover, Bobcats. Here comes Max Johnson for the Bulldogs. Back to Cottle, top of the key now to Hazel. Hazel looking inside, can't find anybody. Cottle over to Eversole, back to Hazel inside. He dribbles around Hoskins, dumps it back to Cottle from the three-point line. In and out.
All the way around.
Hoskins with a big rebound. Comes down to Luke Bellamy. Bellamy. Across midcourt working against Cottle. Bellamy going to go into the lane, drives. And we got a quick whistle here as Bellamy was en route. And we'll get a foul. On Seth Cottle.
Second on the Bulldogs.
Thanks again to our sponsors, YPK Motorsports, with 3 locations, Hazard, Jackson, and Paintsville. Combs over to Sperry. Sperry on the left wing, now over to Hoskins. Hoskins goes to work inside. Spin move. Shot is up and good for Bryce Hoskins. Johnson walks it up the court, looks over to Coach Al Holland for some direction. Looking inside. Over to Eversole. Eversole to Johnson now, back over on the right corner, back out top of the key to Hazel, over to Cottle.
Bobcats back in this 2-3 zone. And Sperry out top with his length.
Hazel on the drive, loses the handle. Eversole comes up with it. He'll take the jump shot, no good. Landon Smith with the rebound. Landon waits on Collins, and
that's three gets and putbacks for Landon Smith for 6 points in this quarter. Absolutely, you cannot give up offensive rebounds, and let alone conversions, and he's 3 for 3.
16-7 now. Bulldogs with the lead. Over in the corner to Andrew Combs. Looking inside, comes back out to Collins. Now to Combs. Back to Luke Bellamy. Right in front of the Hazard bench. He dribbles up top of the key, working on Cottle. Puts up a long 3 off the back of the rim. No good. Here comes Max Johnson pushing it for the Bulldogs. Inside, the Cottle puts up a little jump shot, and it's good.
Nice find there by Max Johnson. Just a little baseline curl.
Sperry down the lane, dishes over in the corner to Combs. Combs drives, puts up the little jump shot, no good off the rim. Rebound down to Eversole. Al Holland says, slow it down, guys, slow it down.
Al's always going to, probably 9 out of 10 times, he's going to take the last shot of every quarter, no matter what. He makes sure. 14
seconds. Cottle over to Johnson. 10 seconds. Hazard content right now. 8 seconds. 7. Eversole dumps it to Cottle. 2 seconds to Eversole for the long 3.
And good
off the backboard and good. And Holland has to have a little smile after that one. 18-7 to finish the first quarter.
Bank's vision is to be the best community bank in America. We strive to use our knowledge, talents, and resources to improve the quality of life in our communities. This year, People's Bank is celebrating our 120th anniversary by delivering 120 acts of kindness. These acts of kindness bring us just as much joy as to those that receive them. People's Bank, working together, building success.
PDQ Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies, including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
We are back from Memorial Gymnasium. Thanks again to all of our sponsors there you heard from during the commercial break. And thanks again to Trinity Monuments. Lasting memorials for you and your loved ones. Trinity Monuments located in Jackson. Give Earl a call at 666-8426. SEC Auto Sales. Be sure to stop by SEC. Check out their great selection. They're ready to get you rolling.
And SEC moving down and Jackson to a new location.
People's Bank of Jackson, working together to build success. People's is ready to help you reach your dreams. The law office of Darrell Harold with over 30 years of taking care of the legal needs of Jackson and Breathitt County. Max Johnson gets things started for the Bulldogs across midcourt, 7:55 on the clock here before the half. Cottle to Eversole with a huge shot at the end of the first quarter. Johnson over to Eversole, working on Sperry inside to Cottle. Isaac Bellamy on him, who came into the game there at the end of the first quarter. Eversole to Hazel. Hazel looks to Coach Holland.
Bobcats man-to-man now.
Hazel working against Collins. Dishes over to Johnson. Eversole from the elbow. He's going to turn, spin back out to Hazel. Bulldogs content to run this offense with the lead. Smith out at the top of the key, open, not going to take the shot. He'll give it to Eversole. He will. Shot no good off the backboard. Rebound down to Isaac Bellamy. Combs pushes it up the court to Hoskins. Now back to Combs. Over to Sperry, top of the key. Sperry looking to go lane on Johnson. Spins, double team, dishes over to Collins. Ball knocked away. Max Johnson comes up with it. Johnson dishes over to Eversole. Drives the lane, kicks back to Johnson in the corner. He'll go in the lane. Little dish to Smith. And the foul from Hoskins, I believe.
Tell you what, nice cut through that time by Max Johnson to find Landon Smith. He made himself available, and he got it and got the foul.
Offense looking really good for the Bulldogs right now. Coach Holland got to be happy with his 23-7 lead.
Smith converts.
Shot by Smith is good. Three-point play puts them up 24-7.
Jackson Hamilton going to check in. Hoskins sits down.
Holmes to inbound for the Bobcats. Finds Sperry. Good matchup here between Max Johnson and Austin Sperry. Sperry gets the pick from Collins, drives, dishes inside to Collins. He'll shoot from the free throw line. Great shot by Collins. Jump shot is good, nothing but net. Cleans the strings that time by Christian Collins.
Nice offense for the Bobcats. That's what they're looking for.
They got to get those sets and they got to get them started. They seem to be rushing things there in the first quarter. Bellamy chasing Cottle. Now back to Eversole. Cross Hamilton in front of him. Max Johnson loses the handle. Picks it back up. Top of the key now around the pick, and he'll dish off to Cottle. Eversole with it. Max Johnson, top of the key, drives past the pick from Smith underneath. Fake goes up high off the backboard, no good. Smith there for the rebound.
Another offensive rebound and
no good.
Another offensive rebound, and they get it back.
Put back by Johnson was no good, and Smith comes up with it. Eversole to Cottle.
Third attempt here.
Not second chance, but third and fourth chance opportunities for the Bulldogs as they continue to beat the boards against the Bobcats.
Smith up strong.
Great move. And up to the basket, off the backboard, 26-9 Bulldogs.
Landon Smith absolutely owning the lane right now with 11 already in this game.
Sperry puts up the three, no good. Ball going to...
Ball deflected twice off the Bulldogs to stay with the Bobcats.
Bobcats will inbound right in front of their bench. Isaac Bellamy to Sperry. Sperry across midcourt. Looking, finds Collins out on the right wing. Looking inside, can't find anybody. Great defense by the Bulldogs. Isaac Bellamy now top of the key. He'll go to work on Cottle. Drives, loses a handle on the ball. Knocked loose by Cottle. Scrap on the floor for the ball. Collins comes up with it. Sperry with it. He'll spin, but the shot is called off as we've got a foul.
Fouls on hazard number
Going to be on
13.
Caudle.
His seconds.
2.
It's the team
Family Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy, great people who have your safety at heart. Family Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy have always been proud supporters of the Bobcats.
Second half just underway in Campton, 34-30 Wolf County.
Collins will shoot the long jumper, no good. Tipped out of there. Hazel comes up with it for the Bulldogs. He'll go lane, stops, puts up the shot, altered by Combs, but still goes in by Hazel. 28-9. And Coach Moore with another timeout. We'll take it with them here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Family and Hometown Pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that Family and Hometown Pharmacies are here for you. Give them a call today at 606-666-5519 or 606-666-5500.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cold drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure you try our Chester's Fried Chicken. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
We are back from Memorial Gymnasium. The Bulldogs jump out to a huge lead, 28-9 over the Bobcats. Stay tuned here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Catch all the action here in the All-A Classic, 14th region. Thanks again to our sponsors, the Law Office of Darrell Harold, with over 30 years taking care of the legal needs of Jackson and Breathitt County. Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, your home in Jackson for CarQuest Auto Parts, located on Highway 15. Combs inbounds it to Sperry. Sperry will bring it across midcourt. Look to go inside. He dribbles, kicks it back out to Combs. He looked in the corner, but he'll put up the three. The three by Andrew Combs is good. That'll make it 28-12. Bobcats need to set up shop now and play some defense. Crucial part of the second quarter here for the Cats if they want to stay in this one. Bulldogs 28-12 lead. Smith over in the corner. He'll bring it out to Caudle. Caudle working against Isaac Bellamy. Dribbles around, wants to go in the lane. He'll stop, and a little reach-in foul will be called on Isaac Bellamy. Looked like he had the hand on the ball to me, but the referee behind him will call the foul. 3:48 to go before the half. PDQ Sales and Service, formerly Jackson Wholesale, serving the wholesale needs and supplying Eastern Kentucky. Family Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy, proud supporters of the Bobcats, great people who have your safety at heart. Hazel. Over to Johnson, top of the key. He'll back it back out to talk to Coach Holland. Sperry with the reach in, and Johnson with the floater. And it is good, 30-12.
I believe the Max can get that when he wants to.
Yeah.
You know,
great athlete. Sperry in the lane, and he'll be called for the walk. 407 Supplies for your construction supplies here in Eastern Kentucky.
We don't chart turnovers, but it's killing the Bobcats.
Yeah. Be sure and call the guys over at 407 for all your pipe, gabion baskets, and septic materials. 568-5754. New man in for the Bulldogs is Morris. Gets it to Hazel. Hazel now back to Morris, now to Smith. Smith looking inside, gets it back to Johnson.
The curl was open, just could not get it to go.
Just inside the three-point line. And Johnson will be fouled. That'll be set two on Isaac Bellamy. Rose Brothers Department Store with locations in Jackson and Bataville. Shop in the store or online at ROSEBROS.com. Hazel. Morris now. Ayla Morris working against Isaac Bellamy. Dumps it off to Hazel. Hazel way out behind the three-point line. He'll drive in the lane on Collins. Goes up off the backboard. No good. Collins pulls down a rebound. Something Collins is really good at. We've not seen a lot tonight, but maybe he's about to get going. Good rebound that time as Andrew Combs is about to come back in for the Bobcats here in front of us. Bellamy dishes it to Isaac Bellamy. Isaac with a spin. Was up the lane, no good. Shots off. Cleared out of there by the Bulldogs. Johnson down the lane. Tied up by Jackson Hamilton. Great defensive play by Hamilton that time to tie Johnson up as he went down the lane.
Bobcats going to have to find some kind of offensive spark here. We've played, what, 13 and a half minutes, and they have 12 points at this point.
Bellamy across midcourt working against Hazel. Hazel with his eyes on the ball. Tries to get by Hazel. Bellamy going to go in the lane, puts up the layup, no good. 2 Bulldogs there to clear out the rebound. Smith clears it out to Johnson. Johnson drives inside, spins, goes up, dumps it to Hazel. What an assist. And what a basket.
Johnson with the spinning dish in the lane to Hazel for the layup.
32-12, 1:54 to go before the half. Combs with it. Looking inside, drives back out around the right wing. Collins top of the key to the left wing to Bellamy. Bellamy looking inside. Hoskins calling for it. Cross court to Collins inside to Hoskins. Hoskins spins up off the backboard and good. 1:34 to go, 32-14. Hoskins trying to get things started inside for the Cats. Morris walks it up for the Dogs. Combs all over him. Hazel to Smith. To Johnson. To Everso. Everso working against Hamilton. Now to Morse. Morse dumps it to Hazel on the right wing. Now to Smith, left wing. Looks inside. Gets it to Johnson. Max Johnson puts down the dribble. Very methodic offense now for the Bulldogs as they go to work with a big lead.
Well, at 1:30 to go, Al said 1. And that's where we are. This is his MO, what he does every single quarter.
Johnson over in the corner now. 43
possessions of the other team.
Yep. Smith. Smith content. He will drive. Spins on Hoskins. Can't get anything to happen. Ball comes loose. Hamilton gets it to Collins. Collins goes into the slam. A big dunk by Collins. Sparks the Bobcat fans behind us. 32-16. 22 seconds to go before the half. Powerful dunk by Collins, and we'll get a foul called on Landon Smith as he put the shoulder in Combs. Offensive foul.
Be 2 on Landon.
15 seconds as Bobcats try to sway a little momentum here. Looking for the 6th man to come on the court, Mr. Momentum.
Gus Mullins in the game now for the Bulldogs.
Bellamy. Cross midcourt for the Bobcats. Trying to get the last shot before the half. Bellamy will drive. And he was dumping it to Hoskins, and we got a quick whistle.
We're going to have a foul on Morris there, but it's only the 15th foul, so 2.6 under the basket. They get it into
Hoskins to Combs. Combs puts up the 3 at the buzzer. No good. Good look. Good shot by Combs. Just didn't find the hoop. That'll bring us to the halftime. 32-16. Hazard Bulldogs with the lead. Bluegrass Sports Nation will be back after these commercials.
Hi, I'm attorney. You may remember any accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
At HCTC, you're more than just a student.
I am motivated.
I am retired.
I am a grandmother.
I am a veteran. I am an entrepreneur. I am a son.
I am a small business owner.
I am HCTC.
Daniel Boone once said, "Heaven must be a Kentucky kind of place." We think he must have been talking about Wolfe County. When some places button up for the winter, Wolfe County, Kentucky is putting out the welcome mat. Our miles of hiking trails greet you whether you're wearing running shoes or hiking boots. If you'd rather go vertical, our climbing options challenge visitors from all over the world, even ice climbing when the conditions are right. Without the lush canopy of summer, you can see for miles across our beautiful Appalachian hills to our natural arches, rivers, and lakes. Legend has it there's treasure buried in Wolfe County. We can't swear there's buried treasure, but we can promise when you visit Wolfe County, you'll discover our true treasures are the people who call this part of Kentucky home. Warmer, more welcoming folks you won't find anywhere else. You may arrive as our guest, but you'll leave as part of our family. There will always be a place for you at our table and tasty homemade food on your plate. Wolfe County has many gorgeous cabins, country inns, and Airbnbs waiting for you to rent. After a full day of adventure, you can sit by a relaxing fire or take a dip in a hot tub. Take a little bit of our unbridled spirit home with you. Our artisans have been featured at museums around the country, but they get their inspiration for their craft from right here at home. Come and see for yourself why Wolfe County, Kentucky is a little bit of home and a lot of adventure.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolfe, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
Variety Pizza. Family owned and operated, serving the community with homemade and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more for over 45 years. Located at 1189 Main Street, Jackson, Kentucky. Available for dine-in and carry-out, with private party spaces available. Stop by and visit us or call 606-666-5454.
Everyone here at SEC Auto Sales wants to wish the Breathitt County Bobcats a safe and successful season. We are located at 650 Highway 15 South in Jackson, Kentucky. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, please call one of our knowledgeable salespersons at 606-272-6888 or visit us online at secautosales.com. Check out our inventory, take a test drive, find your dream car at SEC Auto Sales.
Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson has been locally owned and operated since 1962. We offer several products that help make banking convenient. Ticketless deposits at our ATMs, online banking, our CBTJ mobile banking app, and compatibility with mobile wallet. Give us a call at 606-666-7575 or visit us on the web at citizensbankjackson.bank to see how we can help you. Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson is always searching for ways to serve you better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Give them a call today at 606-666-5519 or 606-666-5500.
PDQ Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies, including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
People's Bank's vision is to be the best community bank in America. We strive to use our knowledge, talents, and resources to improve the quality of life in our communities. This year, People's Bank is celebrating our 120th anniversary by delivering 120 acts of kindness. These acts of kindness bring us just as much joy as to those that receive them. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cold drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure you try our Chester's Fried Chicken. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
Are you tired of the same old cell phone? Want a new phone, but really don't want to pay the hundreds of dollars up front for it? Appalachian Wireless has a deal for you. Get the phone you actually want instead of settling for a cheaper phone with the Appalachian Advantage plan. Instead of paying $600 or more for the best phone, simply pay the taxes up front and then a few bucks a month more on your monthly bill. Stop by your local Appalachian Wireless store or dealer today for more information. It's the better, simpler way to pay. And it's called the Appalachian Advantage because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
We are back from Memorial Gymnasium. The Bulldogs, the host team here in Hazard, up 32-16 on the Breathitt Bobcats. And
16, 21 and 11 in the two quarters there. Big first quarter, 21-7 over Breathitt County. Leading scorer for the Bulldogs is Landon Smith with those goes and gets on the offensive board and put back.
Second chance points.
11, has 7 for Evan Eversole, 6 for Max Johnson, 6 also for Jamal Hazel, and 2 for Seth Caldwell. Only 5 Bulldogs have scored. Even less Breathitt County Bobcats have scored. Their scoring problems continue with 7 in the first quarter, 9 in the second. They were led in scoring by Christian Collins with 7, 3 for Andrew Combs on a 3, and 2 apiece for Luke Bellamy and Bryce Hoskins have 4. I apologize. I missed one there. So that's Bobcats basically are going to have to kick it in gear on the offensive end and the defense all over the court to get back in this one. Hazard impressive on both ends, Rob.
Yeah, really a tough night for the Bobcats. They've trying to go to work offensively, not been able to find the basket, and not been able to get a lot of offense started, and haven't had a lot of luck on the rebounding end of things either. And, you don't want to give the Bulldogs many opportunities to take advantage of that, but they sure do.
Listen, Rob, we got a chance for a free 6-pack of hot dogs out here. It looks good.
Oh, almost.
And he said he was going to share it with me. I want to do Sam's hot dog stand.
We want to continue to thank our sponsors here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Go Time, refresh, refill, and refuel at Go Time with 7 great locations to keep you on the go. Go by Steak and Shake in Hazard and get you a famous steak burger and a great milkshake. Southern Woods Heating and Air for all your heating and cooling needs, installation or service, no job too big or too small. Jackson Physical Therapy, Colby and appliance needs. Appalachian Wireless is Eastern Kentucky. Great service, great people. Get more of the Appalachian Advantage plan. Law offices of David Johnson with offices in Jackson and Hazard. Call the Car Wreck Professionals. HCTC offering educational programs that work for you with campuses in Hazard and Jackson. Never underestimate you. Wolfe County Tourism is naturally, remind you that Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous. Come see all that Wolfe County has to offer. Variety Pizza in Jackson, your home for the best pizza, along with their famous hoagies. Citizens Bank and Trust, celebrating 60 years serving the financial needs of Breathitt County. YPK Motorsports with 3 locations in Hazard, Jackson, Paintsville. Visit ypkmotorsports.com for your next ride. Trinity Monuments has lasting memorials for you and your loved ones. Call Earl at Trinity Monuments, 666-8426. SEC Auto Sales, stop by and see those guys for your new ride. They have a great selection and they're ready to get you rolling. People's Bank of Jackson, working together to build success. People's is ready to help you reach your dreams. The law offices of Darrell Harold with over 30 years of taking care of the legal needs of Jackson and Breathitt County. Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, your home in Jackson for CarQuest Auto Parts. PDQs and Sales and Service, formerly Jackson Wholesale. Family Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy, great people who have always been proud supporters of the Bobcats. 407 Supplies for your construction supplies here in Eastern Kentucky. give them a call at 606-568-5754. Back to the action to start the second half. Dish underneath for Landon Smith and the Bulldogs is good.
Landon picks up where he stopped in the first half. That gives him 13 on the game. Owning the paint right now in this game.
Sperry inbound to Bellamy, now to Collins over on the right corner. Combs now to Sperry. Sperry finds an alley, drives, puts up the floater and good. Nice offensive set by the Bobcats. Now they got to set up shop and play some defense.
That was Austin Sperry's first basket of the game in the second half. He was held scoreless by the Hazard defense in the first half.
Max Johnson, big part of that. Around the corner, give to Eversole, top of the key. Pick from Smith, puts up the long three, no good for Eversole. Big rebound down by Austin Sperry, pushes it up the court. Open man in the corner, finds Collins inside, knocked away by Eversole. Eversole comes up with a steal, takes away the pass. Now to Max Johnson. Bobcats are going to have to capitalize on those opportunities instead of making the turnovers if they're going to get back in this one. Hard to slow the Bulldogs down. Cottle around the corner, puts up this floater over Hoskins, no good, tipped. Rebound comes down to Combs, pushes it up the court. Quickly for the Bobcats, he'll find an alley, goes in, off the backboard, no good. Smith for the Bulldogs clears out the rebound. Johnson to Hazel. Hazel working against Collins, another great matchup. Hazel will put up the jump shot. Smith clears it out, gets it to Cottle. Cottle puts up the shot, rebound down to Austin Sperry. Sperry.
The Bulldogs got a little cold here on offense to start the second half.
Sperry goes in the lane. Shot is good, and they will call the foul on Max Johnson, I believe.
Oh, I think Landon just hurt his shoulder.
Looks to be
Max Johnson. Max.
He called it on 20, I believe.
Called it on Max.
Fouls on number 20, Max Johnson, his first.
Shot by Sperry is good. Bobcats continue to eat into the lead, 34-21, as they try to mount this comeback here in the third quarter against the hometown Hazard Bulldogs. Johnson working against Bellamy. All kinds of action underneath. Cottle, double teams, tied up by Sperry. We got a jump ball.
The Bobcat defense is picking up here.
Possession goes to the Cats. Coach Moore with a hand clap on that one.
And Coach Al wants a 30 here.
We'll take a quick timeout, but we'll stay right here and talk about our sponsors. Thanks again for tuning in on Bluegrass Sports Nation, and thanks to all of our sponsors. Rose Brothers Department Store with locations in Jackson and Bataville. Shop in the store or online at rosebros.com. Go Time, refresh, refill, and refuel at Go Time with 7 great locations to keep you on the go. Steak and Shake in Hazard, famous for the great steak burgers and milkshakes. Southern Woods Heating and Air for all your heating and cooling needs with installation or service. No job too big or too small. Jackson Physical Therapy and Colby Watts, they will get you back into the action. Thanks again to our sponsors here on Bluegrass Sports Nation, bringing you the action from Memorial Gymnasium here in the All-A Classic. Inbounds for the Bobcats to Sperry via Andrew Combs. Sperry dishes inside to Hoskins, working against Landon Smith. Under the basket, spins. Yeah. Shot no good, but he's going to draw the foul.
And that foul is going to be on.
Who did he call it on? Eversole?
Eversole, yep. Number 2. And the Hazard has nobody in foul trouble. Have 2 on Landon Smith and 2 on Seth Cottle.
I hate to say it, but Hoskins is usually pretty good from the free throw line. That happens, it usually jinxes the player, and that time it rolls off the front of the rim.
You did it.
Young man usually money from the free throw line here for the Bobcats. Hoskins will step to the line for his second shot. 5:54 to go in the third. Shot rolls off the right side of the rim. Collins battling for the rebound, and we'll have a foul on Austin Sperry.
And there's the man, Landon Smith again with the offensive rebound.
Yeah. Fight for the rebound and draws the foul on Sperry. 5:51 to go, 34-21. Bulldogs are still with a commanding lead. Hazel brings it up for the Dogs. On the right wing, Collins in front of him. Dribbles around top of the key. Dishes off to Cottle. Now back to Smith. Smith looking inside. He'll bring it back out to Max Johnson, top of the key. To Hazel. Just outside the three-point line now to Eversole. Andrew Combs, great defense all over Eversole. Cottle over to Landon Smith. Smith back to Johnson. This is the hazard offense that will take you out of your game. Why are you out methodically?
Absolutely changes momentum in any game.
Slows the whole game down. They will run it around and pass it. Under the basket is Cottle. Up off the backboard and good with 4:57 to go.
They just lull you to sleep, and then a nice cut by Cottle to the basket. Found by, I think that was Hazel over there.
Executed to perfection.
Absolutely.
36-21. Coach Holland down here at midcourt, hollering directions. Hoskins gets his own rebound after the shot no good, and he gets the basket that time, 36-23. Johnson, Bellamy in front of him, walks it across midcourt. Over to Cottle, who gets away from Sperry, hand in his face from Collins, no good, tipped out of bounds by Hoskins, and it will stay with the Bulldogs.
But there was Landon Smith again with the inside position. You know, Bryce just able to tip that away from him where he had another rebound and chance to put back.
Eversole to Smith to Hazel. Janelle looking, finds Eversole. Dishes back. Offense of the Bulldogs, Eversole hooks Combs, and they will call Combs for the 13-point lead for the Bulldogs as the total. Hoskins cleaning up the floor under the basket. We get back to the action as the Bulldogs inbound the ball. Eversole looking underneath, finds Cottle. There he is again. Short jumper is good for Seth Cottle.
Was guarding him, just lost him. And nice inbounds play again from Coach Holland.
Austin Sperry brings it front court and center for the Cats. It's a pick from Collins. Ups it off to Hoskins. Now inside to Collins. Collins puts up the jump shot. No good. Rebound down. Tipped away by Collins, and Luke Bellamy comes up with it. Knocked out of bounds. And Napier makes the call, and it will stay with the Bobcats.
Eversole thought it was off of Breathitt. Not the reaction there. You know, Breathitt's just got to get more stuff going to the basket. When they're taking jump shots, they're falling away. You know, they need to get the ball to the basket.
Need to go to the hoop, look to draw the foul, just like Sperry is here.
Right now, and that's what it works.
He heard you, Coach Miller. Sperry finds the hoop.
Sperry was 7 in the quarter now.
38-25, 3:18 to go. Johnson across midcourt over in front of the Hazard bench. Now around top of the key, dribbles, kicks it off to Hazel. Hazel spins on Collins. One-handed shot by Hazel is good. 40-25 now. Inbound the ball for the Cats to Bellamy. Bellamy looks to Coach Moore for the offense. Bellamy working against Cottle, gets a pick from Collins. Now to Combs. Combs to Hoskins. Hoskins puts the ball on the court, spins. Goes to the basket. Off the backboard.
Well done by Bryce.
With Bryce Hoskins. 2:32, 40-27 Bulldogs.
A little touch from Bryce on that one. Nice spin move. Good set for the Bobcats.
Bobcats really need a defensive stop. Not if Max Johnson can help it. He dishes it to Smith. Smith off the backboard, no good. Gets his own, gives back to Hazel.
Rebound and put back.
Smith again there for the cleanup. Gets it to Hazel. Hazel scores.
Well, the Bobcats are just getting killed on their defensive glass here.
Bellamy goes to work on the offensive end for the Cats. He'll go around the right wing, dishes to Sperry over in the corner, and he brings it back out now, top of the key. Looking inside. Sperry looks inside. Cross-court pass to Combs, open for three, no good. Fight for the rebound, Bellamy and Sperry with it. Sperry goes up, shot no good. Collins with a rebound off the backboard.
There's the result of work on the offensive glass.
The offensive set that the Bobcats need. Coach Holland upset. Thought there would have been a foul called.
Foul's going to be on Eversole.
Yeah.
Collins with a chance to convert the third.
42-29. And in and out, off the back of the rim, back out to front. 3-point play. Not possible this time for Collins. Johnson will drive in against Bellamy. Dribbles it back out to Cottle. Bulldogs once again to slow things down. Cottle gets around the pick. He'll go inside, drives the lane, puts up the shot, no good, and he'll draw the foul.
Sperry, that's his second. It's going to send Cottle to the line for two.
1:14 in the third, 42-29. Thanks again to Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply. Stop by and see Scott for all your electrical, plumbing, heating, septic, and appliance parts. Appalachian Wireless is Eastern Kentucky. Great service, great people. Get more of the Appalachian Advantage plan.
Cottle with his first trip to the line, misses the first, but he'll get a second.
Office of David Johnson with offices in Jackson and Hazard. Call the car wreck professionals. Hazard Community and Technical College. HCTC offering educational programs that work for you with campuses in Hazard and Jackson.
Cottle gets a second. That's 5 for him in this third quarter.
Inbounds to Hoskins. Loses the hold on the ball, but he gets it back and gets it to Sperry, who goes to the rim. That basket is good. 43-31.
Sperry with 9 in the quarter for the Bobcats.
Cats cut it to 12 here, under a minute to go for the Dogs, and expect the Bulldogs to get the last shot. Smith dumps it to Cottle as he goes up and under, but he'll get a foul.
Deion Hoskins.
Probably a little bit of a rush on the offense for the Bulldogs, but Cottle able to draw the foul as he saw the open lane and went to the basket. Shot by Cottle is good. Wolfe County Tourism reminds you that Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous. Come by and see all that Wolfe County has to offer. Rowdy Pizza, your home with the best pizza in Jackson, along with their famous hoagies. Second shot by Cottle is good. Collins inbounds to Hoskins. Hoskins gets it back to Bellamy. Bellamy will bring it up for the Cats, cross midcourt. He's going to drive. He goes in the lane, puts up the shot. Shot is no good. Foul before the shot.
Beyond Cottle, that's his third.
36.2 on the clock here to end the third quarter. 45-31, inbounds to Collins. Collins drives against Smith, goes up, and it's good. 45-33. Johnson. Great athlete is Max Johnson. We'll bring it up. Looks to Coach Holland for direction. He'll dribble around the left wing. And brings it back out top of the key. Coach Holland calling for the last shot. Johnson looks at the clock. Bellamy in front of him, 10 seconds on the clock now. He will go to work, gets a pick from Cottle. Looks to dish, dishes back to Eversole. Eversole will drive on Sperry, puts up a floater, no good. Tipped, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter, 45-33. We'll take a break and play some commercials, and we'll be right back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
At HCTC, you're more than just a student.
I am motivated.
I am retired.
I am a grandmother.
I am a veteran. I am an entrepreneur. I am a son.
I am a small business owner.
I am HCTC.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head to head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
We are back from Hazard, Kentucky. 8 minutes in regulation to end the doubleheader from Hazard here tonight. as the Bulldogs are ahead 45-33 over the Bobcats.
And well, as we head down the stretch here, the Bobcats actually won that quarter 17-13. Sperry with, sorry, I lost count here, with 9 in the quarter. So Bobcats, like we said before, Rob, they didn't get the ball going to the basket. Stop these fadeaway jumpers and stuff. You've got a height advantage at every position here for Breathitt. I mean, this you got to be aggressive.
Hazel set up shop at the elbow, and now it's out at Cottle out front to Eversole. Now to Smith, back inside. Up and under, no good. Hoskins with a rebound.
Good job by Bryce to hold his position there. Goes Sperry.
Bobcats look to capitalize, dump inside.
Throws it away.
To Collins, and the turnover's no good. Over to Hazel. Hazel's going to drive, goes in against Hoskins. And Hoskins will be called for the foul, I believe.
Turnovers are momentum killers.
Foul is on Breathitt County's number 5. Hoskins his third, team fifth.
Brian Napier having a discussion with a couple of Bulldogs over there about some of the action on the court. Hazel steps to the free throw line, 7:25 to go in regulation. Shot is up, no good.
First time Jamel has been at the free throw line tonight.
Second shot for Hazel is up, and it's in and out. Cleared out of there by Sperry. Sperry. Coach Moore trying to get him to hold things up. Yelling out instructions to Sperry. Offense wants to get set for the Bobcats. Moore shouting out instructions. Back to Combs, top of the key, over to Bellamy. Picking up a little speed here for the Bobcats. Over to Sperry, top of the key. Over to Bellamy, now to Collins. Back to Sperry. Left wing over in the corner to Bellamy. Open for the three. No good. Once again, Landon Smith clears out the rebound. Johnson wanted to shoot the bounce pass to Cottle. Sperry there to tip it off. Up and under layup. No good. Cleared out by Eversole. Eversole gets it to Johnson. Max in the lane. Will bring it back out. Does not rush things for the Bulldogs with a 45-33 lead. Hazel over in the left corner now to Eversole, now to Cottle. Cottle has beat Combs, goes to the rim. Shot is no good, but it'll be a foul on number 4, Cool Hand Luke, for the Bobcats.
Right now, Rob, the Bulldogs are giving the Bobcats a chance to get back in this game, and they're not taking it.
No, you're exactly right. Cottle at the line, 6:18 to go here in regulation. Shot is up, and it's good. Thanks again to Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson, celebrating 60 years of serving the financial needs of Breathitt County. Check out the free CBTJ mobile app. YPK Motorsports, in-stock machines ready for your family's next adventure. Visit ypkmotorsports.com for your next ride.
Cottle gets both.
Collins
pushes the lead back to 14.
Inbounds to Bellamy. Coach Moore right in front of us, yelling out instructions for the Bobcat offense. Bellamy relays the information to Collins over on the right wing. Now Combs, top of the key to Bellamy. Bellamy wants to drive in the lane. Puts up the floater, no good. Put back by Collins, no good. Again, Landon Smith with a huge rebound. Hazel going to drive lane. Goes in.
Over it. Oh, wow. Reverse over his head. Hazel. And Al is not real happy with that. He's going to take a 30 and calm his bunch down here. But, man, tell you what, the Bulldogs, Landon Smith is just owning the paint right now.
Yeah, Coach Holland was not happy, I don't think, with the way the offense progressed that quickly to the basket. But Hazel able to get under the basket, and the little reverse and the little kiss off the backboard. And that's going to make it 49-33. Thanks for tuning in on Bluegrass Sports Nation for all your All-A action here in the 14th region.
Later on this weekend, we'll make our decision on how much we're going to cover of the Final Fours here in both. You know, the girls will be at Leslie County. Of course, Breathitt is out now. Wolf County is out now. Well, I think soon that Owsley will hopefully make the finals. So they will, we'll see where we go with that coverage over there on Friday night. Semifinals here are going to be Saturday. So we know that Wolf's already in. I think Owsley's probably in as well. So we'll see how we can put together our coverage. And they're going to call a walk with an extra step there on Bellamy.
One too many that time on the way to the basket for Luke Bellamy. And Sperry will come back into the game for the Bobcats, 49-33, 5:34 on the clock. Max Johnson, general for the Bulldogs, passes to Cottle, now to Hazel over in the corner. Collins on him. Eversole back out top of the key. Now to Cottle, looking inside. Landon Smith puts down the dribble, spins on Hoskins. Goes up, no good. Tipped. Collins comes up with it, gets it to Sperry. Sperry working against Johnson. Goes in off the backboard, it's good.
Nice move by Sperry there as he takes it. That's where he's at his best, in the open floor.
Sperry goes to the hoop, makes the basket, gets its opportunity for the three-point play as he'll go to the free throw line.
2 on Max.
Thanks to Trinity Monuments and Earl at the Trinity Monuments in Jackson. Give them a call at 666-8426. Three-point play is made good by Austin Sperry as he makes the foul shot.
Cuts it back to 13. Bobcats going to have a lot of stops and a lot of conversions here in the final 5-12.
Yep. Mullins back into the game for the Dogs. 5:12 to go. And Max Johnson bring it up for the Bulldogs. Cross midcourt over in front of the Hazard bench. Top of the key over to Cottle. Now over to Hazel. Back to Mullins. Mullins bounce pass. Cottle, shot no good. Mullins with the rebound. Mullins made the pass and got around the corner and made the rebound off the miss from Cottle. Hazel going to drive in the lane, dribbles out of there. Now Cottle back up top of the key. Jackson Hamilton in front of him. Sperry.
Bulldogs, and I think that's one of the reasons that Al took the timeout is go back to their deliberate offense, calm things down. Breathitt's going to have to really D up and get some turnovers here in order to have enough possessions to get back in this.
Eversole could have went to the basket, but he dumps it off to Hazel. Hazel going to bring it back out. Coach Holland and the Bulldogs working the clock in the fourth quarter. Combs to come back in front of us for the Cats. Cottle to Johnson. The Bulldogs continue to melt the clock as we go right to 4 minutes in regulation. Johnson dribbles all over the court, loses the handle.
Sperry with the steal.
Battle for it on the.
And Sperry picked it up. His foot was on the line. So he almost got the turnover, but
Sperry tried to create something there and got called for the foot on the out-of-bounds line, and the ball will stay with the Bulldogs as Eversole will inbound it right in front of the Bulldog bench. Finds Johnson at the elbow. He dribbles back out and dumps it to Cottle, who's at the basket for 2. Seth Cottle with another basket. A little bank shot off the backboard as he went into the lane. Sperry will take the 3. Drains it. Came down the court, set up shop. Set his feet. Hit the 3, 51-39. 3:33. And Sperry will be called for the foul from behind as he reached in.
It's going to be 3 on Sperry.
That'll take us to the 1-and-1. Thanks to SEC Auto Sales. Go by and see them for your new ride. They got a great selection. They're ready to get you on the road. People's Bank of Jackson, working together to build success. People's is ready to help you reach your dreams. Our office of Darrell Harold with over 30 years of taking care of the legal needs of Jackson and Breathitt County. Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, your home in Jackson for CarQuest Auto Parts. Go by and see them on Highway 15. First shot by Max Johnson is good. EDQ Sales and Service, formerly Jackson Wholesale, serving the wholesale needs of Eastern Kentucky. Second shot by Johnson's good. That'll make it 53-39. Jackson Hamilton across midcourt for the Bobcats of Breathitt County. Dumps it to Collins. Collins looking inside for a streaking Bellamy pass off the hands and picked up by Seth Cottle of the Bulldogs. Turnover Cats will give the Bulldogs another chance to melt the clock. Coach Holland has now taken a seat on the bench. Bryce Hoskins in front of us getting ready to go in for the Cats.
Nice
Dump
cut.
inside for Eversole and a great pass. That's the basket Coach Holland wanted. Maybe not as much time off the clock, but a great look at the hoop. Sperry, another shot and another 3 for Austin Sperry. She tries to wheel the Bobcats back in this one with 2:47 to go in regulation. Eversole dump inside to Smith. Landon will go up to the basket off the backboard and good. 2:41 to go, 57-42.
Foul on
Collins.
Collins.
On 0, Christian Collins, his first team.
The first of the game for Christian Collins.
Smith will go to the line for
Family
one.
Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy, great people who remind you they've always been proud supporters of the Bobcats. All the guys at 407 Supplies for all your construction supplies in Eastern Kentucky, including pipe, gabion baskets, and septic materials. 568-5754. Rose Brothers Department Store with locations in Jackson and Badeville. Shop in the store or online at ROSEBROS.com. Bellamy across midcourt for the Bobcats. Sperry comes back to help him. He'll take another three from top of the key. No good. Rebound off to Eversole. Now to Johnson. 2:23 to go. Johnson will bring it up the court against Luke Bellamy. Dumps it off to Landon Smith, who has set up shop for the pick, knocked loose by Hoskins. And they'll say that Eversole touched it, I believe.
I think he did.
2:14 to go in regulation, 58-42. Cats with a long way to go and not a lot of time. Bellamy across the big H for Hazard here mid-court. He'll go to work in front of the bench. He'll put up a three. Looks good, and it is. Cleans the strings. Nothing but net for Cool Hand Luke. 58-45, 156 now here in the fourth. Johnson over to Cottle. Now back to Johnson. Pressure defense by the Bobcats, and Collins takes the pass away, knocks it out of bounds. Bulldogs will inbound the ball here in front of press row. Eversole to Johnson. Pressure defense by the Bobcats. Johnson breaks between the two, dishes to Eversole. Under the hoop and up for the layup is Eversole. That'll make it 60-45. Luke Bellamy with it. Top of the key, gets the pick from Collins. Double team now, dumps it to Hoskins. Hoskins cross court to Sperry. Sperry wanted to take the three, doesn't. Spins, he drives, goes in the lane, up and under, no good. Hazel to Johnson. 1:15 to go in the fourth. Coach Holland on his feet tells his Bulldogs to hold the ball.
The Hazard fans all come to their seat, to their feet.
Getting ready to go in front of us. Johnson to Eversole to Hazel as we play a game of keep away here on the floor at Memorial Gym. Cottle to Hazel. Hazel wants to dribble in, dribbles it back out with a smile on his face. Cottle will be fouled by Austin Sperry with 46.2 seconds on the clock.
That's Sperry's fourth.
At the line for the Bulldogs.
And that'll send Seth Cottle to the line again. Isaac Bellamy set to check in front of us.
Cottle good again.
After this free throw.
6 for 7 now in the second half.
Isaac Bellamy will come in for Austin Sperry as Sperry will take a break. Cottle can't get the roll on the next one as it comes off. Hoskins clears it out of there, gets it to Bellamy. 40 seconds on the clock. Bellamy stops, puts up the long three, leans in, can't get it to drop. Hazel will clear it out of there, and a little dunk action. One-handed slam by Janelle Hazel here on the home Memorial Gym court. Hoskins in for the layup and good. 63-47, 19 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, I believe it's going to do it, Rob.
The Bulldogs will walk it up the court and be content to hold on to the ball. Eversole with it, top of the key, 7 seconds. As players begin to shake hands on the court. And the Bulldogs will take this one from the Bobcats here on Memorial Gym's floor, 63-47 in the All-A Classic. Bluegrass Sports Nation here. We'll take a break. We'll be back after these commercials.
Daniel Boone once said, "Heaven must be a Kentucky kind of place." We think he must have been talking about Wolfe County. When some places button up for the winter, Wolfe County, Kentucky is putting out the welcome mat. Our miles of hiking trails greet you whether you're wearing running shoes or hiking boots. If you'd rather go vertical, our climbing options challenge visitors from all over the world, even ice climbing when the conditions are right. Without the lush canopy of summer, you can see for miles across our beautiful Appalachian hills to our natural arches, rivers, and lakes. Legend has it there's treasure buried in Wolfe County. We can't swear there's buried treasure, but we can promise when you visit Wolfe County, you'll discover our true treasures are the people who call this part of Kentucky home. Warmer, more welcoming folks you won't find anywhere else. You may arrive as our guest, but you'll leave as part of our family. There will always be a place for you at our table and tasty homemade food on your plate. Wolfe County has many gorgeous cabins, country inns, and Airbnbs waiting for you to rent. After a full day of adventure, you can sit by a relaxing fire or take a dip in a hot tub. Take a little bit of our unbridled spirit home with you. Our artisans have been featured at museums around the country, but they get their inspiration for their craft from right here at home. Come and see for yourself why Wolfe County, Kentucky is a little bit of home and a lot of adventure.
We are back from Memorial Gym. 63-47, the home team, Hazard Bulldogs. Too much for the Breathitt Bobcats here tonight as they take this matchup in the All-A Classic. Brendan Miller, got any stats you want to share with us?
Bulldogs are going to advance on, probably going to get Owsley County on Saturday here, probably in the first game. I think their games are at 1 and 3 on Saturday. Girls are going to be Friday night at Leslie County. We'll get to that in just a minute. Scoring here tonight for Hazard, the victorious Hazard Bulldogs, had 4 players in double figures, led by Landon Smith with 16, 14 for Seth Cottle, 14 for Jamal Hazel, and 11 for Evan Eversole, and Max Johnson, who was just spectacular out there tonight with 8 all. For Andrew Combs. So the Bobcats keep on falling, and they will be out of the All-A state finalists last year, out in the quarterfinals this year in the regional tournament.
The Bulldogs that you talked about there, just too much here tonight. We talked about the obstacles for Coach Moore and the Bobcats at the beginning of the game. Al Holland, home gym, hard to come away with a win, but we didn't think anything about all the players on the court and the action that we had here tonight from the Bulldog players, not just the starting 5, but a couple of guys off the bench. Just an excellent game. Execution on offense. You can see it in their eyes. They know what to do and how to play. Things going their way all night long on the boards. Landon Smith with a great game. Max Johnson with a great game. That'll do it for us here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
I'll let you know we'll let you know or post what our coverage is going to be this weekend. Got some comments here just going to say our home coverage teams are Breathitt, Wolfe, and Owsley. Okay, yeah. We stream all their games. So had a question here why we wouldn't stream the entire tournament. Well, because our sponsors are there. If you want sponsors, come on along.
Exactly right.
Whoever Chase Thompson is, give us some money, buddy, and we'll come to your games, okay? So, but bottom line is we'll have what coverage we have this weekend. Thanks.